on, and I love her so much. Anna Diaz.
Wow, thanks, Scott. First, I can't even start talking without thanking Congressman Blumenauer for coming out today to represent us and let us know that we have backup on the national level. Did you guys know that? Is that the coolest thing ever? Our own congressman believes in what we believe in. He believes in freedom for our people, and I would like you all to just take a moment to thank him for that. Thank you, Congressman Blumenauer. And like Scott said, my name is Anna Diaz. I am one of the founders of Oregon NORML. I'm the 2011 recipient of the Pauline Sabin Award, awarded by NORML for Women in Cannabis Leadership. And I'm one of the executive directors of Parents for Pot, a new organization that I'll be talking about in a minute. And what I would like to talk about today to all of you is that we need to look at the bigger picture. We need to understand that in order for what we're doing here at the state level to be truly successful, we need to make changes at the national level. We need to back Representative Blumenauer in his project, and we need to reach out to states outside of Oregon and let them know that there's hope for them, that by descheduling cannabis and by allowing states to decide how cannabis is going to be regulated across the nation, we open up doors for all of us. That would eliminate the moratoriums that we're seeing on medical cannabis dispensaries here in Oregon right now. 138 cities have enacted a moratorium for a year on dispensaries because they don't think that there's enough regulation under the new rules. I don't know about you guys, but I read those rules. Come on. There's plenty of rules there to regulate cannabis, to keep it away from kids, to make it safer access for patients. And I would suggest that although we do need to fight that battle, we need to fight the battle at the national level even more. Because once those restrictions are removed, you'll see that explosion that Congressman Blumenauer was talking about. And we are on the verge of that explosion. Legalization is coming. The law enforcement may not like it. There are people that don't like it, but it's coming whether they like it or not. How it comes about will be up to us. We do have the capability of having a huge impact on what that's going to look like. The reason that these moratoriums are happening and the reason that the law is a little tighter than we would like it is because enough of us weren't there talking about it. We didn't go talk to our legislators and let them know what we really wanted. So guess who was there? Law enforcement. Guess what they like to do to us? Throw us in jail. So please, as you're moving forward, if you've never done anything as an activist before in your life besides come to one of these marches, I would suggest that maybe you take one little step. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be a lot. But you need to be heard by someone other than this group of people right here. And you can do that by sending an email to your congressman. It's really easy to do. And you can find information so that you can be an informed speaker about cannabis just by Googling cannabis and the disease of your choice, or cannabis and penalties, or cannabis and children, or all of those myths that we've heard all these years have been disproved, every single one of them. And we need to spread that word across the entire country, bigger than Oregon, bigger than anything we can see here, and we will see changes that we had not even imagined. And on the verge of those changes, we see groups like the NORML Women's Alliance, who is working this year to start a program that deals with women and pregnancy and children with special needs, and mediation and arbitration for women who end up in prison for cannabis laws because they answered their boyfriend's phone who was making a dope deal. Women are also part of the group that are marginalized in this cannabis prohibition, because along with people of color, women are going to jail who haven't even used cannabis, like I said, just for answering the phone. Families are getting torn apart, and that needs to stop. And you can do that by contacting your congressman, by contacting your local representatives, by helping out groups like Parents for Pot, who is just starting. We have a booth over here, and we would love to talk to you about what we're trying to do We want to become a resource as cannabis legalization moves forward. Parents are going to need to go someplace to figure out how to talk to their kids about cannabis, and that's what Parents for Pot is about. The Normal Women's Alliance is another group of women who have come out of the cannabis closet, and I would suggest to everybody here that if you haven't done that, find a way to do it. Even if you only do it with one person, even if you only tell your best friend who never knew that you smoked weed that you smoke weed, it's a step in the right direction, and it's going to be the rock in the pond that's going to move ever outward until finally we are free. And I want you to hear that word, free, because that's what it's really about. It's not about getting high. It's not about I like to eat my brownies. It's not about I want to smoke a joint. It's about freedom. It's about personal freedom. I shouldn't have to have a drug test because I work in an office. Neither should you. We should be able to do what we want when we go home at night, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. And I don't know about you guys, but the only way I hurt somebody if I'm smoking a bowl at home is if I accidentally burn their finger. Okay? So, all that said, I'd like to also let you know that there's a party after this at the world famous Cannabis Cafe, so come on down and definitely join in on that. But what I would like to say really is that I hope that you will all, everybody who comes here gets excited about the march, and we're excited to be marching, and it gives you a really great buzz. When you go home from this and you're thinking about what happened here, I hope that you will take the opportunity to reach out to your representatives, to speak to them and let them know how you feel about cannabis laws, to let people who are running for office know that if they do not support our ideas, they're not going to get elected. My name is Anna Diaz. I'm a proud stoner. Join me and let's end cannabis prohibition. Thank you.